Welcome to Free Love Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Coordinator of the Reading.
Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on? I thank you for your donation. Karima, Alex, Solidus Rock, MR, DreaminwithTess. We got Z. It's been a minute. Maruta, welcome. Sunshiny Day. It's been a hot minute, Sunshiny Day. I didn't know if you were still around or not. I was like, whatever happened to Sunshiny Day? But now I know you're still there, Sunshiny Day. I appreciate you hanging out and showing your support, being on the Tarot Oracle Show. What is going on? How have you been indeed? What is going on over there? All right, now let's start the readings today. We got MR with the double shot. Let's make it happen with the Capybara Tarot, right? I did fix all of my junk. So all of the junk that was broken yesterday, I did actually fix it. So now we're back to normal. Karima, phase 2. Welcome. Thank you again. I appreciate you. Bartman, what is going on? We got Hershey. Sunshiny Days coming in with a question. What is going on with all of that? It is almost Friday. Tomorrow will be Friday indeed. I am ready for the weekend. Let's make that happen. That's what I'm saying. Alex, thank you for your donation as well. I thought nobody was going to come because I usually take every other day off. And I was like, you know, I'm kind of breaking the mold over here, but it looks like that people are going to arrive anyway. So that's good. That's good. I was afraid I was going to be by myself today, but yeah, Queen of Wands is over here, making it happen over here for feelings. A little bit of that 8 of Wands into the 7 of Pentacles. It feels like the feelings are coming back. The feelings are returning a little bit. We have a little bit of the calming action, calming motion, taking a deep breath, not really being so concerned about what is going on. It feels like the recovery phase has indeed begun, and that's going to be something good overall for this because you need that level of recovery. You need things to be back to normal. You need things to be back where they should be. And the 8 of Wands talks about movement in that direction. Even if it is, you know, something that is kind of, you know, a little bit of a challenge because we have sort of this hot and cold, definite back and forth with this particular individual. That 8 of Wands just says the movement is there, the actions are there, and that's something that we can look forward to sort of making it happen as far as this goes. 7 of Pentacles talks about that they want to not lose the progress that they've had. And I think that's something that you see with this individual indeed. They don't want to lose the progress. They don't want to lose some of the activity, some of the anticipation that they've had in the past. And this is something that if they sacrifice this, then they've lost a lot of time, a lot of progress, and a lot of sort of emotions, right? We sort of dedicated ourselves to this, and that's something they just don't want to give up in completion. But yeah, they're definitely with that hot and cold aspect. And you're going to kind of continue to see some of that as far as we go. Now, what are the next actions? What do we have going on in that regard indeed? The Strength, a 9 and a 2. The next action is going to be sort of come up, and you see this thing before where we're sort of blaming you for some of this, or, you know, we need to sort of look at you as part of the problem kind of thing. And you kind of see that with that 9 of Swords over there. They feel like that there is some blame to be handed out. There is some responsibility that you should have taken, when in reality, it's them that was hot and cold. It's them that freaks out. It's them that just kind of has some of that aspect, but they are just sort of going to have a little bit of blame to hand over to you. But I think that they're going to kind of forgive that. They're going to be back to normal, and I think you're going to have a little bit better of a situation in totality here because of the 2 of Cups coming back here with the love balloons, making that happen, and as well as the Strength. This is definitely somebody you have to have patience with because they're going to work your nerves a little bit as they start sort of coming back around, and you're just going to have to kind of deal with it. You know, that's going to be how it goes. Dreaming with Tess, most about finances, love, all of that stuff. Where is that going to go? Let's get the Waterfall Tarot out there. Make it happen tonight. Everybody loves a good slice of Waterfall Tarot on that, right? We'll see. We'll see indeed. So Sunshiny Day, did you want 2 questions or did you want the whole thing dedicated to that one thing? Let me know, Sunshiny Day, if you had 2 questions or not. If you do, type the question for the first donation. I greatly appreciate you coming back, having the great return of the Sunshiny Day.
Hooray!
The grand triumphant return of a Sunshiny is what I'm talking about. All right, finances are love. Let's get a little bit of a mix going in there. Three of Cups in that points a little bit to that love aspect. I think that there's some unexpected things hitting you in the month of September for love, especially after the mid-level of the month. You're talking about the 16th, the 17th, the 18th. It feels like something is really happening. Something's moving, something's going on. You're definitely feeling some kind of emotion and some expectation that's sort of moving through here as far as this goes. It feels like there's a lot of things that you've been looking for, a lot of things start moving, and some of the puzzle pieces kind of start to come back together, and that's something that you definitely want to see. The Two of Wands just talks about sort of moving past some things that have been holding you back as far as finances, as far as that is concerned. You have a little bit of financial situation that has been holding you back. It's like something that has been out there, something that you've had to deal with, something that maybe has been put pressure on you financially. That's going to get a little bit of an alleviation where it's not going to be up front and stressing you out so much. And you are going to have kind of, moving past that, moving into the better aspect of that as we sort of go along. The Five of Swords says it's time to put up or shut up as far as conflict is concerned. I think in September, you do have some conflict that has been brewing, that has been out there, and you haven't really dealt with it. You sort of pushed it under the rug. I don't have to deal with this right now. And this is going to be one of those things where it really comes to roost. You're going to have to do something with this in the month of September. Overall, the Queen of Swords is be direct with any love interest in September. Again, especially after the midsection of the month, you want to be very direct. This is where I'm going. This is what I want. This is what I'm kind of looking at. And I think the more of that, the better, because it feels like that you have a potential people wasting your time a little bit, and you don't really want to deal with that, and that, sort of having your time wasted like that. And I think the mid-September is going to be the time when that comes out there. Tarot Magician and Lani, welcome. What is going on? I appreciate y'all hanging out. How is everybody doing tonight? It is a beautiful Thursday, and it is going to be an exciting Friday. Tomorrow is what I'm talking about. I'm ready for the weekend, making the weekend happen. It is only a day away. Let's get some Victorian romance out there. Be random with me. What is going on? Appreciate you hanging out tonight. Be random with me. Did you ever post that stuff on your main channel? Or did you ever post that anywhere on your channel when you had asked that question and whatnot? Reiki B, what is going on? Reiki B, this weekend I will make you the Halloween thing that you had asked for, Reiki B. So I got that scheduled. That is going to be on the list, and checking it twice. Going to find out if I can edit it nice. But yeah, Reiki, I'll get you that indeed. Mail that to you. You'll be all set with that, or I'll host it on my Google Drive so you can download it if it's going to be too big to mail. Anyway, S's current feelings for me. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, again, talks about a level of independence, talks about what you want, talks about where you are going. And that's sort of prime real estate right now as far as feelings go. They feel like that you are being more independent now. You are sort of out there being a little bit sort of on your own, that independence, making it happen with that. Seven of Pentacles says that you're sort of really reaching as far as your goals, either financially, either sort of romantically, sort of, maybe just sort of your spiritual goals. It feels like that you're making some big progress. You're making some things happen as far as that goes. But that Seven of Pentacles says that, they sort of see you making progress. They sort of see you as very independent right now. And I think that's sort of looking good overall. King of Swords just says that this person is going to be very direct with you in that King of Swords style. So you had that in the previous reading. You had a little bit of that Seven of Swords. You had a little bit of that fast action and some of the Knight of Swords was kind of prominent in previous readings as well as far as this week goes. And I think some of that direct communication, some of that maybe biting communication sort of eases up a little bit, and that's something that's going to be a little bit better overall, because there's a lot of sort of history here. There's a lot of sort of anxiety here from that, and you really don't want that to last very long. And I think that's kind of wrapping up, because you have sort of the king duality here. The King of Swords, I'm putting these biting messages out there. I'm having a little bit of a frustrated week and what have you, and then you move it into that King of Wands. But now it's time to move on, and that's kind of the feelings that they have, right? It's time to move on. It's time not to be as direct. It's time not to have the biting communication that has been sort of prevalent this week, and sort of fix things and not make things as bad. Lani, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate it. All right, how are you viewed today? What is going on with that? The Death card says you're ready for change. You're ready for something new and different, especially with that Fool and the Eight of Swords. It feels like that you don't really know what change you want, but you definitely want some change as far as what is happening and where you're going and kind of the environment that has been created here. This is kind of one of those things that you're trying to figure out what is the next steps. I think the next steps is something big for you. You'd like to see what the next steps are. You'd like to understand what the next steps are. And it seems that you're not able to do that. You're being pulled back. You're not able to engage as rampantly as you would like to on this. Eight of Swords, you're being held back, and they sort of see that, right? You're being held back from reaching a lot of the things that you're shooting for, a lot of the things that you're sort of enthralled with, you're moving towards and what have you. Because that Fool says, I'm ready for an adventure. I'm ready for change on the Death card. But the Eight of Swords says, I can't get a lot of the change happening. I can't get the movement over there that I've been sort of waiting to do. So there we go. All right. Waffles is back. Ultraviolet, also known as Waffles and Ship Me My Pickle and every other name in the book. Welcome, Ultraviolet. We got it going on, and that is Karima, phase 1 going on here. Let's get, speaking of solid as a rock. Solid as a rock, I did reply to you. So, yeah, I did reply to you. If you want a private reading, I have tomorrow off. If anybody wants a private reading, I have tomorrow off. So, I'm very flexible for times for private reading. Now, I do have 2 already scheduled. So if you want to get in there, you need to let me know so I can book you for tomorrow for the private reading. I got this weekend as well. It's pretty flexible for that as well too. So yeah, solid as a rock. Hit me up. Hit me up. Let's make it happen with that. What unexpected positive events are coming towards me between now and December? High Priestess. I think there's finally some revelation. Finally some revelation that happens. Like you've been searching for some information. You've been searching for something, and it's finally there. That High Priestess, the veil has been unveiled, has been removed, and you're finally seeing some things that are sort of real. You're finally seeing things as they are in reality, rather than maybe what people have presented them or what you thought they were. So it's very interesting, just kind of that open door. And all of a sudden, I see the landscape. I see a lot of things that I really had not looked at before. 10 of Pentacles says that's good, especially with the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. I think you're moving in a direction as far as love is concerned that's going to be very beneficial for you. And I literally mean moving. You have the Chariot nested between the sandwich of the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. I'm meeting somebody that makes a big difference. I'm meeting somebody, or I'm interacting with somebody that's going to make a big difference in my life, that's going to move me, literally move me in a direction that I would like to go, that I have been reaching for, that I have been pushing for indeed. So it feels like a lot of the opportunities a lot of the love kind of things that you've been looking for maybe is sort of opening up, no pun intended, and you're going to have a little bit better of a communication, a little bit better of a journey, moving past that and moving towards what you really want here, because that is solid indeed. Big movement, big results in the area of love, and I think that's something that is a good aspect for you indeed. Karima, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate you. Well, offer me some commitment. Let's find out what is going on with all of that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see indeed. The best birth control ever. The best birth control ever is chemotherapy. That chemotherapy is the best birth control ever, because after chemo, you're not interested in any humping whatsoever. Your level of hump excitement goes to zero. So yeah, that's an interesting side. That's an interesting tidbit in case you are, in case you are all excited about some chemotherapy with that. Samantha V, I thank you for hanging out tonight. What is going on? It is almost Friday, few hours left. We're having a big magic sale on Friday night. So I am taking Friday night off because I want to get some of the coins that are going to be on sale on this big magic sale. Been kind of looking forward to getting some of those. Anyway, will R offer any commitment towards me? Oh, the Two of Cups seems to be on literally every reading possible. And that kind of sort of sneaks in there. It says, yes, this is something. Yes, this is where I want to go. Yes, this is going to be an commitment that I'm going to be excited about with that. The Justice card over here. Things finally balancing out. Things finally coming up. Things finally being excitable as far as this goes. And that Two of Cups. I'm willing to work towards a commitment. I'm willing to do what is necessary to get the commitment through, to get it out there, to get it pushed through the way that it needs to be. I'm finally ready. I'm ready to do the Eight of Pentacles, which commitment involves work. Commitment involves dedication. Commitment involves all the things that you kind of need to sort of be ready for. And we finally have some level of that, and that is going to be good for you indeed. Reiki B, the scratching post is coming along quite nice. I did run out of rope, so I went to Home Depot and I ordered me some more rope, because when I went to Home Depot today, they only had 2 packets of rope. So I went to their website and ordered me 4 more packets of rope, and that should complete the scratching post. And then I will wall mount it, and then we should be good on the scratching post. We should be rocking in there. That's supposed to come on the 30th. So let's see when the 30th is. That is Wednesday. All right. So I have my rope on Wednesday. So hopefully I will wrap up all of the exciting scratching post details after that, and we should be good to go. So yes, it is coming along nicely, and Kitty is already excited about it because they're all thrilled about already having at least what they have. So yeah, I need to wall mount it at an angle, and then after I do that, I should be good to go after I get the remainder of the rope on there. So it is 4-foot board, so it should be enough, because she likes to like fully stretch out and then do the scratch. So it's going to be big, and I want it to be large enough, because you have, when you go out to Walmart and you buy a little scratchy post, just like 1 foot high or something. So this is 4 feet high, and she'll be able to completely stretch out and do the scratchy thing. So this is a custom designed scratching post just for my kitty, the way that my kitty scratches and the area that she likes to be when she does the scratchy and all of that other stuff. So, and I spent about $80 on this stupid thing, so hopefully she likes it. Karima and Samantha, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your donations tonight. Let's go to Karima, phase 2. There, what are overall thoughts about me? Let's see what kind of thoughts are going there What kind of thoughts are being there? 10 of Pentacles. What overall thoughts are, let's get together and let's sort of be together permanently. Let's get everything done there. Let's get a level of commitment. Let's get the level of excitement that we have been waiting for. Page of Cups. This is something to where you really kind of have seen this person as emotionally distant from you the past few days, and I would say the past couple of weeks too. It's been just emotionally distant from you, and you're kind of looking for a reason or looking for why this is, or looking for kind of the next steps here. And the Page of Cups says, let's resolve this, let's fix this, and overall thoughts is, I really want to be committed, I want to get it and get it moving, right? Because you got the Page of Cups with a 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Let's reform this into something steady, something reliable, something that we both love, we both can get excited about, and that is going to be, you know, one of the things indeed. Wheel of Fortune just talks about let's make a new normal, and you see this across all 4 cards. We'll need to make a new normal, need to be together. We need to have something that every day we have the same things every day, because right now it's kind of, you know, iffy one day to the next what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and what have, right? All right, Love of 43. Whoa, thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, what is he wanting for the connection right now? What kind of things are going down in that connection? Now, you say right now, this is the week of roughage. This is the roughage week. So you may have some hardships over here. And not really, not too bad. It's not too stinky over here. Let's look at this. 9 of Swords over here, right? What do we want for the connection? We need to mentally connect. Something we haven't been doing is mentally connect, mentally be on the same page, mentally be in the same room, because it feels like we have been in different rooms connecting, communicating through a wall, and it feels like that's what we're currently sort of in, right? You have that Queen of Wands. Again, no matter what deck I pick up, you always get that Queen of Wands represents you. Now, your happiness, critical, your happiness is important, but I don't really know how to make that happen a lot of times. A lot of times, again, you said right now, they don't know how to make that happen. They're concerned about life. They're concerned about the commitment. They're concerned about this connection. It feels like that you are communicating through a wall, and it's really not working for anybody at this point. Ace of Pentacles says right now, feeling for the connection, we need to start over. We need to really start over, because this has been a rough couple of weeks. Let's sort of reboot this. Let's get an Ace of Pentacles. Let's make this a little bit better. Let's put ourselves in the same room. Let's work things out the way that kind of needs to be over there. Taku, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Looking good overall, especially with Alex. Alex wants to know over here, will our offer commitment, we just did that, and that looked pretty decent. That looked pretty decent indeed. So I'm kind of expecting the feelings and intentions to kind of be on the same level. Let's get over here, Heaven and Earth Tarot, and let's see where that is going to take us, right? Because this is one of the mainstays of the stream. This is one of those that everybody falls in love with this thing. Well, you do have the detractors. You do have a couple of people that really don't like it, but hey, you know, who cares? Well, but yeah, Heaven and Earth Tarot. What are our feelings and intentions for me? Oh, you do have a little bit of an abandonment success over here. A little bit of that abandonment as far as that goes. It feels like that you haven't contributed something to this particular connection. Are they offering commitment? Yeah, we have a beautiful reading with that. But why do they feel like you're walking away from the commitment? Why do they feel like that you're not in it to win it as far as the commitment goes? How we're going to move, where we're going to be, right? Because I would like to be a Queen of Pentacles. They would like to have some stability, to have some things that are sort of down to earth, have a level of sort of of seriousness that we want to sort of lean towards, because they've been damaged in the past. If they see a red flag, they're going to freak, they're going to panic. This is somebody who has damage, and they don't want that to sort of interfere long term with how things are going to work out. So you're just going to have to kind of be a little bit patient with this individual indeed. But pretty good feelings, but they just feel like that you've abandoned something maybe that you have done before, and they kind of want to know why. They want to know what is going on. Where are we going to be with this particular thing, and how is this going to go? Since we do have Teddy Bear that is renamed back to the Teddy Bear, let's use a Reiki Beast Dancing Teddy that they bought me. Midnight meditations for 2 days in a row. Midnight meditation may become a regular on the stream. What is going on, MMT? How you doing? It is almost Friday, MMT. You ready? Are you ready to rumble? Yeah, so yeah, it is almost Friday indeed. It is just a few hours away over here. If you live somewhere else, it could be Friday right now. You never know. General love reading. You're carrying too much garbage with love. Something you're just holding on to that doesn't need to be held as tightly, doesn't need to be as structured as you're making it. If you can release some of the sort of the baggage, if you can release some of the things that are holding you back with love, I think you can have a lot of opportunity here as far as love goes. You do have a Six of Wands, like there are a lot of people waiting for you to release something, a lot of people waiting for sort of the next stage, the next opportunity, sort of going through there. And if we can sort of get that done, if we can get some excitement there through that, that's going to be important as it goes. King of Wands says take advantage, take sort of the opportunities that you're giving and run with them. That's going to be absolutely critical as far as you go in that. Cinderella, welcome. What is going on? Appreciate you hanging out tonight. I'm streaming today because the magic vendor that I like is having a sale tomorrow, and I want to be there tomorrow night for the magic sale and see what I can pick up over there. But yeah, so we're doing streaming tonight. Normally we do every other day, but today we're alternating it, right? Coming in a little bit hot with an extra day over here, and it's going to be all right. Oh, 10. How's work doing? Doing fine, doing fine, doing fine, not doing fine. Oh, okay. FS, work is going to be fine for the next 2 months. After that, it's up in the air. It is up in the air, FS. And I say that because it feels like that there's a little bit of either restructuring, some movement, some weird things happening in the next 2 months. And it may be something that you're not quite prepared for. Maybe something you've heard hints, you've heard some things around there. But, you know, on the other hand, it may be something that is completely unexpected. You definitely want to sort of have a heads up and keep your head on a swivel in the next couple of months because of this Five of Cups. So there you go, kind of moving towards that over here. You've got a little bit of a Queen of Cups as well. This sort of talks about that there's a dedication in here to sort of having the people that we want. We have a triage of people that we like. We have a lot of people that are excited. We have a lot of people that are important, and you're kind of on that list, right? You're sort of riding within there, and you're sort of riding, sort of moving through, and pretty good, making things go about. All right, overall, you're an important member of the family. I think work is doing well, and overall, it's looking good. Just prepare for the next couple of months, a little bit of a shake-up. Put your head on a swivel and wait for kind of what is next as far as that goes, because you do have some components that you may not be quite ready for, and that is how it goes with that. Let's go to Karima, phase 3 over here. We got a couple of different decks that we use, and we'll make it happen with that. Ultraviolet Morgan, apparently I'm making her fall asleep. Apparently I'm putting her asleep. So yeah, I guess that's not good. If you're watching my stream and you fall asleep, that may not be a good thing. That may, I don't know. I was on the phone today and somebody called me ma'am. So I don't know. Apparently, my voice sounds like a woman because they called me ma'am. So I don't know I don't know. Maybe I sound like a 10-year-old girl. I don't know. You let me know. If I sound like a small child or a female, let me know. But yeah, they called me ma'am. So I don't know what's going on with all that. But okay. Anyway, but yeah, what actions is he ready to take towards me right now? Page of Cups, you continually see this. With a Ten of Cups, a little bit of that King of Wands, right? You have a little bit of this Page of Cups sort of starting us out. Take an action towards you. Well, we need to kind of fix you. I think that they see you as something that you need to be fixed. You need some aspects of your personality fixed. You need a little bit of an adjustment in order to sort of get on that level where they're going to be 100%, content as far as how you go. So I think they want some changes. They want some different things happening with there, and I think that's going to be something all right as far as that goes. Jesus, somebody just donated a literal paycheck on the PayPal side. Oh, that's for the private readings. Wow, that's going to be a long private reading. All right, it looks like one of my private readings is going to last a whole hour. Okay. Anyway, Page of Cups. So I need to adjust some things. I need to make some things a little bit different. And, there you go. Page of Pentacles, couple of pages in here. They feel like that you're ready for a commitment that's not going to last. They feel like that as well, too. So what are the actions that we sort of go in here? We need to sort of get together more often. We need to test drive a complete connected relationship. That's one of the things that they're going to sort of see, and they're going to try. They're going to move into that next opportunity with that. So I think that's the next thing. We're going to have some trial runs as far as it goes with relationships. How long can we be together? What happens when we're together for a very extended period of time? I think that's kind of the experiment that they are going to start and at least give a shot toward. Is he thinking to take larger steps towards me and to let me know that we're serious with a long-term relationship indeed? All right, let's see about that. Seven of Cups says, I got some things to do. Okay. They feel like you're shopping around for other people. They feel like you're still shopping around. I'm just, okay, entertainment purposes only, but, yeah, they feel like you're still shopping around for some other people. That Seven of Cups, are you really committed to this? If I'm committed to this, if you are, what are you committed to? Are you willing to give up everyone else? Are you willing to give up other opportunities here in that seven in order to make this happen, in order to get that done? The Tower says they want to avoid things collapsing or things not being available, seriousness. In other words, and you saw that sort of previous reading. I don't want to commit to something that's going to fail again. If I'm going to commit to something, I want it to work, okay? Ten of Wands. I don't want it to be something where I'm always worried about what the next steps are, what the next thing's going in there. So I do think the long-term commitment is available. It is there, but they have a level of worry. They don't want things that are going to fail, and they don't want a bunch of baggage coming into this relationship. They want it sort of be an even connection or an even split. We do this, we do that. Everybody puts in the work that's involved and the work that's required, and then they're able to make that happen. So there we go. All right, we got H is next. When are we going to connect again? It has been a minute. Is somebody ghosting somebody over there? Is somebody ghosting somebody over there? I don't know. Oh no. H, let's find out. You also want to know if we're going to have a baby again. We're going to have a baby together. Let's find out if a baby is in your future. If you do have an opportunity to make babies with these people, that would be fantastic with that. Come on, PayPal. Recognize my face. My God. PayPal. You are working my last nerve tonight. All right. When are we going to connect? I sound like a woman that has smoked 5 packs of Marlboros with that. I guess that works. Love 1 through 4. Well, there you go. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, we got you in the queue. Love 1 through 4. You're going to be after Taku on a year. So if you go down the list, love 1, 2, 3, 4, you're going to be there right after Taku. When are we going to connect again? Well, I'll give you a timeline. You got a 2 of Wands over here. You're looking at the deck and wheel over there. Let's pull up the deck and wheel, see what kind of things that is looking for on the 2 of Wands. Okay, looks like you're going to connect again in 2 months and 10 days. Write it down. Write it down. H, if you're there, write it down. Get out your pencil and write it down. 2 months and 10 days. That when you're going to be able to get together again. Now, I think there's some teasers in between now and then, but you're not able to actually implement that the way that you would like to implement that overall. All right. It'll be the same situation if we ever get back. I think that unless somebody is dramatically changed, yeah, it's going to be part of the same situation, right? So if there is some intolerable things about this connection, if there are some issues you have with this connection, you are going to have to make sure that they're altered, they're changed. Otherwise, you're going to step into the same thing that you've gotten before, right? Why would you expect anything different when nothing different has occurred? So, 2 of Wands, as we meet, we do the things that we do. But there is a level of sort of you leading how you want this to happen. So I think that you could have a baby. 8 of Wands says that is entirely possible indeed. It talks about you pulling that direction, you getting things going as far as that. We also have a baby within the Temperance card. So if you're looking at baby, I think it's entirely possible indeed. We could do a thumbs up making that happen. But again, unless you come into the situation differently or they come into the situation differently, you're going to get what you got before because they didn't change and you didn't change. So you may want to work on yourself. You may want to sort of clean up some things. You may want to hope that they did the same. And if both parties are willing to make the changes that make things better, that make things more stable, then you have a fantastic opportunity to really get things to go in a different direction or more of an ideal direction for everybody as far as that is concerned. Tarot by Sunshiny Day. It has been a minute. It has been a decade since you have been here. It is great to see you, of course. I greatly appreciate you hanging out tonight, doing the dono thing over there. Let's get a little bit of adventurous because Sunshiny Day is adventurous indeed. Yes, they are. They are. All right. Will you be able to retire when you're 64? You're going to need some money for that. You're going to need a little bit of cashola as far as the 64 retirement. Let's see if that's going to be possible indeed. Mina's a bookshelf. What have you been doing? Good to see you. It's been a couple of days, Mina. We're making sure that you're all right over there. What is going on tonight? But yeah, we got a little bit here. We'll be able to retire. Strength is nice. Wow, Jesus Christ. You got some nice cards. Sunshiny Day always has the tradition of getting bad cards. I gotta say that. Sunshiny Day has had some difficult times on the stream. We remember Sunshiny Day's difficult times with the work situation, whatnot. But it looks like that you could indeed be ready to retire when you're 64. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit of the thumbs up action over there. Now, how do we see that? The star, the planning that you're doing for the retirement, the things that you're stretching for, the things that you're working towards, the thing that you have planned. The star is about having a plan. The star is about having guidance, going from step A to B to C to D. You're able to do that. The star says your plan works, it functions, and that is going to be something that you can rely upon, and it's going to be good overall. The world talks about traveling the world as well. It feels like that you do have a proper ending to that, right? The world is the end of the majors. It's a proper ending. It's a good ending to that. You have the money that you need. You have the conclusion. You have all of the things that you're kind of waiting for in here. And most often, the magician says that you have, again, a successful orientation, a successful movement towards things that you need to have happen in order to retire. Because that's a lot of shuffling around, not only with the planning and money, but also what do I want to do? Where do I want to be? Where are my goals at the end of all of this? And I think that's sort of going to be working out for you. Strength talks about managing that lion, managing that overall, very sort of heavyweight thing that's going to be on your shoulders, and not being defensive, but being able to kind of make things happen and make things function and work overall. So looking pretty good, looking good indeed. By the way, we have a ton of donations coming in through PayPal. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn off the donations indeed with the cutoff. So the last donation will be Kolziah. Kolziah, thank you very much for your donation over the PayPal side. I greatly appreciate you. Looking good tonight. Looking good tonight. So Kolziah will be wrapping it up. We'll be wrapping it up. By the way, Cinderella in the beautiful color of yellow over there. Thank you for your other yellow donation. I greatly appreciate you. Right now, let's move on to the wonderful, beautiful, and amazing Lani. Let's see where this is going to take us tonight. All right, Lani wants to know, I'm not sure how to handle the argument with the Gemini. We'll just let them win. Lani, let me give you hot advice. What to do. How you handle an argument with a Gemini. You just let them win, and everything's fine, right? I mean, come on. Lani, you know this. You just let them win. You'd be like, oh, I think you're right. I think... See how easy that is? Everybody makes arguments out to be this big thing, and reality is you just let the other party win. And it's so simple. It's so simple. All right, but let's see what the cards actually say. Not sure how to handle it. What the hell does a Gemini want? If you figure that out, then you should write a book, Lani. If you can figure out what a Gemini really wants, you should write a novel, and it will be a New York Times bestseller indeed. All right, but let's look at this. All right, what does he want? The Three of Wands. He wants to bring in some things into this relationship, or bring in some drama in here that may not have been there, or bring in something new, bring in something different, at least have a little bit of a different outlook, and sort of bringing in the owl, bringing in the suitcase. It's almost like they want to bring in something into here that maybe you don't want. Maybe you're kind of hesitant about, maybe you're a little bit defensive about, but they want to sort of bring that in. That's kind of one of those things that they want out of this connection. The Tower says some of the argument, though, I'm not saying all of it. I'm saying some of it. There's bits and pieces that are just there to annoy you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that they're fully sort of vested out in this particular outcome, and they've laid it on the table, and these are the things that I need, and these are the things that upset me. No, that'd be too easy for a Gemini. Hashtag not all Geminis. But the Tower moment says some little bits and pieces of that Lego set that they've built are just there to tick you off. Not all of them. But there are some pieces that are just there to annoy you. The other thing, as far as this, what do they want? Seven of Swords is they want an escape route. They feel like that they just have a little bit too much of the being roped in. No pun intended to the rope on my cat scratcher. They a little too much things roped in here. They want an escape route from some of the things that you're trying to get them to do. You're trying to get them to change. The Star says overall they want things to work out, but they do have a lot of little intricacies within that as far as the wants go. But yes, all right, now what can I expect him to do? Well, you're never going to be able to figure that one out. That could be a little bit Could be a little bit of a mystery indeed. Let's see if we can figure that out and where that's going to go. Knight of Wands. Okay, we're making a movement, but to what? The Nine of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Page of Wands. I think they're going to come around to your side on a variety of subjects, and I think they're going to hardline the rest of the subjects, right? Like some of the subjects, they're basically going to find a middle ground. They're going to come to your side. They're going to be available. They're going to have some common sense finally, and it feels like a lot of the stuff that you've been waiting for as far as that middle ground is going to be available when they actually start to do stuff. Right, the Nine of Pentacles. I'm getting some of the results that I need. I'm able to do some of the stuff that I've been waiting for. We have some good opportunities, some good options, making it happen. Hanged Man is interesting because we have that alternate view, but we're hanging on to most of what we have. In other words, I think you're going to kind of get them to agree to some pieces, but not everything. And the parts that they agree to, they may not stick to it, or they may agree to something and not actually deliver on that. That's going to be something that you can expect as well. Overall, Page of Wands says you're going to have a lot of reticence from this person to do anything. You're really going to have a hard time getting them to do a lot because it feels like that they just don't want to. They don't want to be involved in some of the things going on with that. All right, we got some PayPal side over there. We got love. 1, 2, 3, 4 is after Taku on you. All right, we got, so let's do some Samantha. Phase 1 through 20 as we go. Let's make this happen tonight. Make it happen with the Wonder World Tarot, right? The Wonder World Tarot coming through there, making all the magic happen. Let's do that over here. General reading for the next week. It is only a few days away. What kind of things can we expect this next week? Oh, man, the Emperor, time to take charge. Some people are really actionable, really looking you for actionable behaviors. Like you need to do something. You need to take charge. You need to take command in here. And you need to kind of sort of push through and get to the result or get to the end game. It feels like that there's some things sort of being juggled, some things up in the air. Next week, you're getting kind of pushed towards, sort of wrapping those up. I think that's kind of, sort of going on where you're sort of looking here. Two of Pentacles said there's a few decisions that need to be made. In general, it is a make decisions week. Don't put anything up. Make the decisions. Put it out there. Get things going. Make things happen with that. Because the Hierophant says that some pieces of the puzzle are going to have some more serious outcome, are going to have some more prevalent outcome, and you're going to have to kind of deal with that in the long run indeed. Cinderella, thank you so much for your advice on the question. Makes sense. I don't agree what's happening. Oh, there we go. Cinderella, I'm glad that I made a little bit of a difference. I mean, hopefully. Well, thank you very much for your feedback. I greatly appreciate you as well, Cinderella, making it happen. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Who will surprise me in September and October? Oh, Jesus. You got a little bit of that Empress over there. I think the Virgo has a surprise for you, quite frankly, in both months. I'm going to go ahead and say that. The Virgo has a surprise for you in both months as far as this goes. Seven of Cups says there's a lot of people doing a lot of things in both months. It really feels like there's a lot of action going on. Maybe not too much, but there always seems to be something happening. There always seems to be some action going on, and you're always trying to catch up, like you're always playing catch up. What is next? What is going on? How are they going? What are we doing over here? So it's definitely sort of catching up to a lot of the people in that. The Empress talks about the Virgo coming through in both months. I think they have a little bit of surprise as far as it goes in there, right? Overall, the Knight of Swords, so some of the surprises are minor, not something that you're going to have to sort of, make major life differences from or what have you. But overall, it feels like that everything just sort of functions and works. And the surprises that you get are a little bit on the temporary side, or, not like too serious side as far as it goes with that, right? Anyway, does Erica still talk about me? Do we have some gossip? Do we have the Lenormand birds card within the context of this? Let's see what's happening with that. Gossip, Queen of Swords says yes. King of Wands says yes. Seven of Wands says yes. I do think we have a little bit of that. Go ahead and get the thumbs up from this. Really kind of looking at the Queen of Swords being the main gossip monger over here. This is somebody who has been hurt. This is somebody who has been injured, and they feel like that they need to express it. They feel like they need to talk about it, and a little bit as far as that goes. The King of Wands as well just sort of puts this as sort of balancing kind of their own thing. I think when they talk about you, they're trying to do it for their own ego rather than trying to make a point, right? My ego is fluffed up a little bit because I say this, and you know, that's something that you kind of have to deal with in the long run. Overall, don't be too defensive about it. Just let them do what they need to do there. Just not really anything just happening, you know, not really anything happening substantial as far as that goes. Sunshiny day. I appreciate you coming. Have a fantastic one. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and hope every dream that you has come true. Every dream has come true for you. All right, speaking of dreams, we got dreams about Karima phase 4. Oh, yeah. What action do we have in the next 6 months? In the next 6 months. I did predict a little bit of that. Now, you did point out that the Poe knows. We're going to get a little bit of the Poe knows out here. Edgar Allan, EAP, is going to be out here, and we're going to see where that takes us, right? A little bit of a shuffle, and see what kind of action we got going on over here. Let's see here. All right. Now, what actions will he take in the next 6 months? I really think there's going to be a few actions in the next 3 months kind of thing, but let's look at all of that. Let's look at all of that as far as the 6 months timeline go. King of Swords says that they're going to be talking a lot to other people about you. It's like the expansion of discussing you, the expansion of having you on the mind, the expansion of sort of giving other people's opinion, getting other people involved here. I think you have a little bit, you know, of excitement with that. Okay, but basically we're just making some forward progress finally. We're making some things happen. As well as that Four of Wands. Again, the Four of Wands talking about, you know, I said in the previous reading, we're going to start trials of spending a lot of time together, like spending a lot of time together. We're going to start some trials with that. We're going to see how that works. I think you're going to get kind of that, you know, sticking their toe in the water, seeing how the temperature is. We'll try some trials with that, a little bit of that Four of Wands. Happy home, happy family as far as that goes. Now, there is a limit to what they're going to be able to do with that, but I think they're really going to take this very seriously, a little too much seriously. I think it's almost like creepy at some point. You're just like, I'm not really sure what's happening. We have all of these things going on at once kind of thing with that. But the Queen of Pentacles says we have begun in the next 6 months of beginning the sort of the next bigger steps. We're beginning the next steps as far as that goes. And that's part of why they're sort of reticent about making big commitments right now. They need to see trials. We need to see long periods of time together. We need to see trips together. We need to see staying over together. We need to see how this works in a more of a long-term situation before we start making any big commitments as far as that, right? Romantic feelings, though, where are we going with that? Six of Swords says a lot of the romantic feelings are just riding along. We're taking them, we're riding them along, we're pushing them along, we're moving them into the next kind of thing. The Six of Swords is sort of a long-term, slow-moving vehicle as far as the romantic feelings go, right? High Priestess talks about the more knowledge that is out there that is going to be available, the better off that we have the situation being. This is definitely something where knowledge is better. Knowledge is going to take us into the direction we need to be going here with that. King of Wands, you're seeing that a few times in here. The romantic feelings are sort of in that mode of hot and cold. And I think you're going to see hot and cold, I predict, for the next 3 weeks. Hot and cold for the next 3 weeks. And then things start to blossom. Things start to change. Things start to morph into a little bit more of a direction as far as that goes. Overall, Nine of Pentacles just says relax, take it in, see where it goes, because it's going to be a little bit of an unusual ride, to say the least, as far as that goes. The Love is next. What message does Source have for me? Let's look at that and see what kind of things we got going on with the Super Duper Linares version 2. I did see on their Etsy site that they have the Super Duper Linares linen. They have a linen version of it. So I'm going to write them and see if I can get a freebie. See if I can get a freebie. Be like, hello, you gave me a freebie before, and I am curious if you can give me a freebie again. So yes, maybe we can get the linen version on that. So yeah, the love. You donated basically half a paycheck over here. So I don't know. Let's see. What message? Well, do it in two. We'll do a two-parter here. What messages does the source have for me? Working with other people is important. It has been important, and it's going to continue to be important. I really think other people have messages, have connections, have communications for you that are going to be critical in the long run. They're going to be good for you as well, and they're going to have some make some open doors for you that you've been looking for, that you've been excited about, that you've been kind of pushing towards. Indeed, with that, working with other people is going to be good, right? As well as you have a level of the world, getting to the end of your kind of spiritual journey, getting to the end of some of the pieces or some of the parts that have been moving around. I think that your spiritual journey has a lot of sort of tendrils, right? Sort of the octopus, sort of a lot of things going in a lot of different directions. Some of these need to come to a close. Some of the actionable things need to come to a close. They need to sort of get resolved. They need to get fixed. They need to get pulled back, and they need to kind of be concluded so we can concentrate on the other thing. A lot of times your attention goes in a lot of different directions all over the place, and sort of focusing it on a particular thing, focusing it on a particular objective is going to be a lot better than having it split and having it across a lot of different areas. So what can we conclude? What can we wrap up as far as the spiritual journey is concerned so we can focus on other parts of that, other more important aspects where it goes? Four of Cups says be emotionally picky about what you accept into your life. You don't want a large gamut of emotions. You want to have some control, some command of those emotions so they don't throw you off, so they don't pull you in some of the directions or some of the frustrations kind of thing that you sort of, don't want to be in. Page of Cups says as well, when you're interacting with other people, when you have connections with other people, you want to make sure that they're serious about you, that they have your best interest in mind, rather than people that are going to be selfish. They're going to drain a lot of your energy indeed as far as that goes. Queen of Swords says you have somebody in your life as well that's kind of pushing you a little too much, or a little bit too opinionated, or a little bit too pushing you in a particular direction, and you may want to be cautious about how you process that person. Two of Swords is interesting card indeed. It kind of points to different environments. What is different between you and some of the environments that you are into, some of the environments that you are engaged upon? You want to make sure that you're in the same sort of realm of the things that you're doing. You're in the same focus of the things that you're trying to do. In other words, don't try things that you know are impossible. Don't stretch for things that you know are going to be unavailable. You want to be realistic and see where overall that is going to take you indeed. Seven of Pentacles says when you work, make sure that you're working towards an end goal rather than working towards something temporary. Again, temporary things not functioning for you, not working for you, not going to be working for you in the long term. You want to have that vision board. You want to have your goals set up, short term, long term. Where are those going to be? How are those going to look? And that's going to be important for you. Anyway, that is a lot, but there you go. We got the Super Duper Linares, maybe the linen version coming one day over the rainbow. Linen is nice indeed. All right. We got Taku on to you. Taku wants to know, how does D? D is very well, I guess. All right. How does D feel about me? All right. So let's put this on the board here. All right. How does D feel about me? Hopefully D's feeling nice. We love it when D is nice, and when D has a firm has a firm grasp on. Yeah, all right. Anyway, how does D feel about me? Let's see how D is looking tonight. Let's see if it's pointing us in the proper direction over there. Oh my, well, Taku, hopefully it is the moon, 6 of swords, and a little bit of an 8, couple of swords over here. It's like I've said what I needed to say. It's almost like that they've communicated what they needed to communicate. They've said what they needed to say. They've done what they needed to do. It feels like that you haven't responded. You haven't answered. You haven't taken them seriously in some regards as far as the communication goes with that. The moon says emotionally, we're right on point. We really are. Emotionally, I can feel your emotion. I can understand where you're going through. I can sort of get that connection is very strong in the emotional realm. It's sort of a talking, communication, answering things, getting some sort of fundamental, sort of surface level communication is difficult sometimes because you're just not responding. That's what they think. That's what they think. And that is kind of where their feelings are. Their feelings are directed in that as well. Well, let's do another Samantha over there. See what Larry, Mo, and Curly feels about me. Let's see what's going on with that. I guess we use the same deck. We'll use the same deck. What does Larry, Curly, and Mo think of me? We got 3 cards to do all of that. 6 of Cups, the Hermit, and 7 of Swords. You're very independent. You're too independent. You're too independent. I think they think that you're too intelligent. You're too intelligent. You're too independent. Like, you know what you're doing. You know where you're going. You have that level of independence. You have that level of drive. And it's kind of hard for them to fit in your life. It's kind of hard to fit in your life. But yeah, you have a little bit of that, right? That Hermit card, you're a little bit too much on the alone side. You kind of like to be alone. You like to have the objective. You like to have things go your way as far as it goes, right? I mean, 6 of Cups, I can connect with you. I can communicate with you, but I'm not really getting into your life. I don't really know where I fit. And that's what Larry thinks of you indeed. All right, there we go. Yeah, I know you're a different person than that. We got love, and more love. Love, and more love. Let's get a little bit of the love action over here because we do love a little bit of love. All right, let's see. We got love. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, Kris's energy. And Joji's energy. All right. We have a lot of energy going over there. They're both romantic partners. They both have some opportunity for some humping. And, you know, we do love humping on this channel. I have to say that now. Let's do a little bit of humping with Gregory Scott. I'm not saying we need to hump Gregory Scott. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? I'm just bringing up the topic. All right. But, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that indeed. All right, let's see. Get some loving and humping over here. All right, Kris's energy towards me is going to be on the left. And Joji's energy towards me is going to be on the right. What does Kris think about me overall? Man, Kris is very hard to pin down. Kris is very difficult to pin down. I think their energy is all over the place. I think they're going to be difficult to pin down, difficult to figure out, difficult to make a serious decision. It feels like that they're just all over the damn place as far as their energy goes. And to get that steady, to get that back to where you need it to be, is going to be very difficult indeed. And I really don't think it's going to be possible, quite frankly. I think that Kris is a little bit too all over the place as far as we go. 8 of Swords says we try to make it happen, but we're not able to make some of the very serious points, some of the beautiful things going on there that we would like to have happen, right? All right. Now, Joji's energy towards me. Joji looks good. With a little bit of tweaking, I think Joji has a lot of good potential over here. Now, I say a little bit of tweaking. That death card over next to the wheel says we need changes in order to be steady. We need changes in order to have a level of normalcy over here and to be okay and to be consistent and to be compliant with where we want to really be over here. If we're able to make some changes, some adjustments, some little tweaks in here, I think Joji really has some beautiful opportunity over here, much more than Kris does as well. I think romantically, this person has a lot of potential, but again, we need to make some tweaks. We need to make some things happen in order for this to be okay. So, yeah, I do think you have a lot better opportunity here than you did with Kris. You know, entertainment purposes only, never hump. Joji, based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet. All right, Cinderella is next. Cinderella is next. Let's make it happen with a double Rella, Ella. How will my level of stress and anxiety be in the next 5 weeks? Any conflicts with people that I'm going to have to deal with, because ain't nobody got time for conflict. Ain't nobody got time for conflict. But yeah, let's see where this is going to take us. All right, level of stress and anxiety be in the next 5 weeks. Hopefully it's going to be all right. Hopefully we get a thumbs up. We can relax and just enjoy it with all of that. I mean, there's a level of conflict indeed that you're going to have to deal with. So if you do have a certain people, you do have a little bit of conflict indeed. We have a little bit of a Five of Swords, but that's encouraging because the Five of Swords right next to it, we have a little bit of that Knight of Wands, meaning we have the fiery energy to get through the conflict. We have the fire energy to make it through to the end and to get what we really need out of this. And you have the victor over here of the Five of Swords. Is the victory that we have. We are the victor. We did defeat the sort of the people that are going to be there, the conflict that is going to be sort of laid out within these levels. So we need to be able to have that. So yeah, you can have a little bit of stress and anxiety. I think it's going to be one particular person that's going to cause that. But again, you're going to be victorious. Again, you have that Knight. A little bit of fire goes a long way, and you're going to be out there and kind of moving in the direction that you want to be and sort of, you know, conquer and go on. The Two of Wands is beautiful. It really feels like that the future is looking brighter and brighter and brighter as you look out, because the Two of Wands is all about having command of what we see, having command and having the ability to control and having that hope and having a lot more hope of what is there going to be there tomorrow and what kind of things that we have going on tomorrow as well. Because the Page of Swords says you don't have to do a lot of energetic things. You don't have to put a lot of things, you don't have to do a lot of work in order to get some of the things that are going to be in the future. And you kind of see that brings us a little hope. So I really think the future is looking brighter and brighter as we move along, and I think it's looking good, and it's going to be something that is encouraging as well, because a lot of times we do get in those modes where we're just discouraged, you know, we're kind of down a little bit, and I really don't think that's going to be something that you have to deal with long term as far as that goes. Karima, final phase. Let's make it happen tonight with the Karima final phase. We got a little bit of the Mons Tarot over here. Everybody's favorite. Speaking of favorites, I do have tomorrow. I will be off. I will be off on Friday because one of my favorite magic dealers is having a sale. And every time he puts something on sale, he sells out like 30 seconds after it goes on sale. So I'm going to be sitting there hitting refresh on the page and swiping up a couple of deals when they come out there. Anyway, what are his biggest wishes right now in regards to me? What kind of things have we got going on? Josephina, thank you for your donation. I will get your reading on Saturday. Thank you very much. You will be first in line on Saturday. You did post past the cutoff over there, so we got to make you wait, unfortunately. So yeah, I gotta go eat dinner after a couple of readings here. All right. Biggest wishes right now in regards to you. Eight of Wands says move. We keep seeing this. Who the hell is moving? Who is moving? And again, I say that. Who is moving? Somebody's moving. Anyway, all right, biggest wish. And it could be that they just want to move into a different place. They just want to move into a different place with you. I think that could be an opportunity here, right? You have the Eight of Wands with the Fool. Let's take an adventure together. I don't think it's a trip. I keep thinking that we have a movement. Somebody's moving. Somebody's planning a move kind of on there, right? And again, we're back every time with the Queen of Wands. This does indeed involve you, which I was kind of interested a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting indeed. Ten of Cups, happy home, happy family. The biggest wish is both of you move. So that's the biggest wish. That's the bottom line indeed. Kevin Shaw, what is going on? Appreciate you hanging out. Josephina, yeah, you donated a little too late. I apologize. If I could stop donations, I would, but I can't. I can't stop donations. That's kind of frustrating. I can't stop donations. I can't have minimum donations. I can't do anything that I would like to do on the stream, apparently. I have absolutely no control. Absolutely no control, unfortunately. So I just kind of roll the dice and hope for the best, you know. Anyway, all right, where's his mind about completely transforming this connection, all right? Where are we at? Where is his mind at? Queen of Cups says that's a big emotional hook. That's a big emotional decision out there. And we need to take that a little bit carefully as far as a transformation goes. Two of Wands does say that this person is a bit of a micromanager as far as I need control. I need a level of command. I need to know that things are going to work out the best for me and what have you. The Three of Pentacles just says, yeah, you know, as far as transforming, it's a lot of work. We need to be on the same page. Here's the risk that you're running into if you do have a transformation. You want to transform this direction, and they want to transform that direction. So the Three of Pentacles talks about working together, right? Three of Pentacles, where you have this, you know, this specification sheet being handed to the person that's working. We need to look over the specifications. We need to work together. We need to be on the same page as far as transformation goes. Otherwise, we are going to be a little bit upset. We're going to have a transformation, all right, but it's not going to make anybody happy because you're going to have a really pissed off person on the other side being like, what the hell just happened? So that is sort of the way that they're looking at this as far as the transformation goes. Anyway, Karima, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you. As always, we still got Samantha. We got TarotWitch and Cinderella is making it happen tonight. Let's get the other Cinderella. Phase, I think 4. Cinderella, phase 4. We got Samantha, phase 4, indeed. What's going on with the damn love life? Is there anybody that loves me anymore?
I love you.
We do. That should count for most of it. That should count for most of it. All right. Am I ever going to have a husband of my taste soon before I'm wrinkled and old and sick? I don't know. Maybe they like you wrinkled and old and sick. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. We'll see. The hermit. Oh, man. I think it's one of those things where you do feel too alone. I mean, some people are alone and they're kind of just rocking the alone thing. You know, they're like, you know, I don't got to answer to nobody tonight. So I am going to go out with the girls and we are going to go have some fun tonight. Get a little bit of wine, have some fun, do some vodka shots. But it feels like that you're not in that mode. It feels like that you feel a little too alone. Like you feel like you're too alone. Like there's really not a lot of meat and potatoes out there to make you happy with this. The hermit. And I don't think that's reliable. I don't think that that's accurate sometimes because you aren't, you know, alone. I mean, being alone is kind of nice sometimes, but yeah, sort of enjoy that, sort of rock that, style that to your own kind of, you know, sort of thing going through there. The King of Pentacles says you have a lot of things already as far as sort of satiation, enjoyment in your life, sort of things going through there, you know, sort of that, right? But as far as the husband is concerned, I do think that you are online for a husband as far as that goes, right? You're looking at that empress, that comfort, that ability to sort of, create a relationship, create a connection, and be happy and be content with another individual. The empress really shines in that regard, and that's looking very good indeed. Now, there is a lot of work involved. I think that any potential connection, potential husband that you do have, I do think that you end up hooking up with somebody that is a little bit of a long distance relationship. But if you're willing to sort of accept that, if you're willing to embrace that and, go for that, I think that you have a lot of potential with somebody who is a little bit farther away than kind of across the street or same town kind of thing as far as it goes. But the Empress really does that good as far as getting love, getting the beauty, getting the creation, getting that birth of something new, something exciting, and the comfort level of sort of having what you need, right? Getting all of the good emotions, getting all of the excitement back online, and sort of being, content with how things are. So there we go. Looking good. So we got a little bit of that going on. We're going to use Ask the Witch Tarot over there from New Zealand. Welcome from New Zealand. Welcome from New Zealand indeed. Yeah. That was a nightmare. I think you got one that's going to be better off. I think you got one that's going to be a lot better than what you had, in my opinion, of course. Anyway, I want to know when I'm ready to do personal readings for people. Judgment. Do it now. This is one of those things where you're never ready. Tarot Witch. Let me break it to you. I'll break it down like MC Hammer. You're never ready. You're never ready, right? It's the same thing with people that want to play tennis and they feel like that they can't play any tennis. So I'm going to watch 9 million videos on YouTube about how to play tennis, but I never actually go play the tennis. You got to play tennis to get better at playing tennis. You got to do martial arts to get better at doing martial arts. You got to get out there and do personal readings to get better at doing personal readings. So you start immediately. The judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, start now. You're never going to be ready. And by ready, you're thinking that you're perfect. You have everything. You have all of these knowledge pieces. And it doesn't matter how much you study, dream, fantasize. You're going to suck when you first start doing anything. I'm sorry. Because I can watch 10,000 videos on tennis. I can go play and I'm going to suck. Why am I going to suck? Because I don't play tennis all the time. The fix for that is to play tennis all the time. The fix for that is to go do personal readings everywhere. Go to Starbucks, have yourself a coffee, pull out a tarot cards. People are going to come by and organically say, hey, do you read tarot over there? Can you give me a reading? You'd be like, sure. Come. You're going to organically just be able to get readings. You could probably get 1,000 readings a day if you're just out and about, People see you playing with cards and like, hey, are you good at that? Can you give me a reading? Anyway, but just do that. You can go online. There's Facebook groups dedicated to it. You can do video things. There's always things with that. The Lover says you have to fall in love with doing personal readings, and you can't while you're scared of it. You can't while you're second guessing it. You can't while you don't think that you're ready, right? So go out there, suck at it, but just do it, because until you do it, you're never going to get any better with personal reading. The Lovers find love, find the connection, find the excitement, find the exhilaration that you need to be excited about that and do it more, and more, right? That Six of Wands says people are going to be giving you good feedback. People are going to be giving you encouragement, and that's how things work. King of Wands just talks about you're going to be really overdosed. You're really excited at the end of the day, and that's a good thing. That is a good thing indeed with that. We got Kolzaya is the next one. We got the Samantha final phase as far as it goes. What does KN want tonight? Secret feelings. What kind of secretive feelings do we have tonight? It is time to get all of the secrets out there. It is time to put all of the secrets on the table tonight. No more secrets here with the Meraki Tarot. The Meraki Tarot indeed. All right. What secret feelings or thoughts does Y have towards me that he would never tell as far as that goes? The Lovers and the Ace of Swords. I think you're talking about just making some just mad love. It looks like a mad love connection over here, just making all the physical stuff happen with that. You got that Ace of Swords, sort of this intimate connection, this intimate opportunity going through there, and that Lovers getting together physically, getting together the way that it is sort of rocking and rolling as far as it goes. And the Six of Cups, kind of that, a little bit of that procreation kind of movement as far as you go, right? That's what I'm saying?
Music to make love to.
But yes, I think that are the secret feelings and the secret thoughts that they have indeed. Moving through that. All right, speaking of moving through, we have a finale right now. And then tomorrow we will go buy some gimmicked coins from the gimmicked coin guy. We'll see if he has anything that I want. But yeah, so yeah, you know, every time he posts anything, it sells out in like 10 minutes. So you got to be there early. All right, what does Alice want to tell me from above? Let's see about Alice. You got a little bit of that Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords says, release me. Release me. It's okay to go on with life. It's okay to be the best that you can be. It's okay to have the fun that you need to have. It's okay, right? Sort of be released. Me. Release that. The Ten of Swords. It's okay to let go. The Magician says very much focus on yourself. Very focus on your happiness. Focus on where you want to be and make that your main priority as far as it goes. And Eight of Pentacles, always work towards your success. No matter what obstacles you have, no matter what things are going to be in front of you, you can defeat them. You can move past. You can make it happen and be the best that you can be indeed. And that's what Alice wants to tell you from above. And I want to tell all of you, thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate your very generous support tonight. And we will see you on Saturday.